The deafening crash of metal against rock echoed through the barren landscape, drawing Ethan McAllister's attention. The Australian astronaut sprinted towards the source, dust swirling around his boots. His heart pounded with a mix of fear and curiosity as he neared the wreckage. "Ethan, what's your status?" crackled the voice of Commander Rhodes through his earpiece. The stern leader of their mission had always been cautious, especially when it came to unknown threats. "I've found something, Commander," Ethan replied, his voice steady despite the adrenaline coursing through his veins. "An alien vessel. It's crashed, and there's something here." The scene before him was both mesmerizing and tragic. The twisted metal of the alien ship lay scattered, a testament to a catastrophic event. Amidst the debris, a creature, an Asleal, was trapped, its eyes reflecting both pain and an eerie intelligence. Ethan's training had prepared him for many things, but not for the sight of such a unique being in distress. "Ethan, return to base immediately. We don't know what it is or what it's capable of," Rhodes ordered, his voice leaving no room for argument. Ethan hesitated, his gaze locked on the creature. It was injured and helpless, its body partially buried under heavy fragments of its ship. His instincts screamed at him to help. "I can't leave it here to die, Commander. It's hurt and scared." "This is a direct order, McAllister. We can't risk the safety of our team for an unknown threat," Rhodes insisted, frustration evident in his tone. Ignoring the command, Ethan moved closer, carefully clearing the debris. The creature made a soft, almost musical sound, a plea for help. "Hang in there, mate," he whispered, his hands working quickly but gently. As he freed the Asleal, it looked up at him, its eyes full of gratitude and fear. Suddenly, a wave of emotions and images flooded Ethan's mind. He staggered back, realizing the creature was communicating with him telepathically. It was warning him about something, an impending danger. Ethan's communicator buzzed again. "Ethan, what's happening? Respond." Commander Rhodes's voice was edged with panic now. "I've made contact," Ethan said, his voice firm, "and we need to prepare. There's something coming, something dangerous. The Asleal is warning us about an alien species, the Dargax. They're hunting it." Back at the base, Dr. Amelia Carter listened to the exchange, her curiosity piqued. She had always believed in the potential for interspecies cooperation. "Commander, if Ethan's right, we can't ignore this. We need to help the Asleal and prepare for the Dargax." Commander Rhodes sighed, the weight of the decision pressing on him. "Fine, but if anything goes wrong, it's on McAllister." Ethan's determination only grew. He had taken a risk, but he knew it was the right one. As he supported the injured Asleal, he felt a strange bond forming. This creature wasn't just an alien. It was a sentient being in desperate need of help. "Let's get you back to base," Ethan said softly. "We're in this together now." With the Asleal by his side, Ethan began the trek back to base, his mind racing with the implications of their encounter. He knew this was just the beginning of something much larger than himself. The fate of their mission, and perhaps humanity, might depend on the choices he made in the coming hours. The shadow of the Dargax ships loomed ominously over the horizon, their dark silhouettes contrasting sharply against the setting sun. Ethan McAllister's heart raced as he guided the injured Asleal back to base. The urgency of their situation became painfully clear. "Ethan, what's the status on the Asleal?" Dr. Amelia Carter's voice crackled through his earpiece, filled with a mixture of concern and scientific curiosity. "We're almost there, Dr. Carter. The Asleal has been warning us about the Dargax. They're hunting it and we're next," Ethan replied, his tone resolute. He glanced at the creature beside him, its eyes flickering with both fear and trust. As they approached the base, Commander Rhodes was waiting, his expression a mix of anger and apprehension. "You disobeyed a direct order, McAllister. You better have a good reason." Ethan took a deep breath. "Commander, the Asleal has valuable information. The Dargax are coming, and we need to be ready. This isn't just about one creature. It's about our survival." Dr. Carter stepped forward, her eyes scanning the Asleal with professional interest. Commander, if Ethan's right, we can't ignore this. We need to understand what we're up against. Commander Rhodes exhaled slowly, the tension in the air palpable. All right, McAllister. What do we need to do? The Asliel has been communicating telepathically. It's shown me images of the Dargax ships and their tactics. We need to fortify our defenses and prepare for an imminent attack. Ethan explained, his voice steady despite the gravity of the situation. Inside the base, the team mobilized quickly. Engineers worked tirelessly to enhance the energy shields, while Dr. Carter and her team gathered data from the Asliel, trying to understand its biology and potential contributions to their defense strategy. The Asliel, now resting in a secure area, communicated with Ethan through a series of vivid mental images. He saw the Dargax ships in intricate detail, their weapon systems, and the ruthless efficiency of their attacks. The creature's fear was almost overwhelming, but it was tempered by a deep sense of hope. We need to set up a perimeter and focus our defenses on these key points, Ethan instructed, pointing to a hastily drawn map. The Asliel says their shields have a weak spot. If we can exploit that, we stand a chance. Commander Rhodes nodded, the skepticism in his eyes slowly giving way to determination. We'll follow your lead, McAllister. But if this goes south, it's on you. The night descended quickly, the base now a hive of activity. Soldiers and scientists alike moved with purpose, the air thick with anticipation. Ethan, feeling the weight of responsibility, took a moment to gather his thoughts. The Asliel's presence in his mind was a constant reminder of what was at stake. Ethan, Dr. Carter approached, her face lit by the glow of a nearby console. The Asliel's biology is fascinating. It can heal quickly and has an advanced understanding of energy manipulation. This could be the key to our defense. Ethan nodded, grateful for her unwavering support. Let's hope we have enough time to figure it out. As the first light of dawn began to break, the base's alarm system blared to life. The Dargax ships were approaching, their dark forms slicing through the sky with menacing precision. Positions, everyone, Commander Rhodes barked, his voice cutting through the chaos. This is it. We hold the line here. Ethan stood at the forefront, the Asliel by his side, a silent promise of unity and resilience. The tension in the air was electric, every sense heightened as they prepared for the battle ahead. The fate of their mission and perhaps humanity hung in the balance. The first Dargax missile struck the base's shields with a resounding boom, shaking the ground beneath Ethan McAllister's feet. He steadied himself, adrenaline coursing through his veins, as he watched the energy field shimmer and hold against the onslaught. Hold your positions. Commander Rhodes' voice rang out over the din, a beacon of authority amidst the chaos. Focus on the weak points McAllister identified. Ethan took a deep breath, his mind racing. The Asliel stood beside him, its eyes glowing with a strange luminescence. Through their telepathic link, Ethan felt its resolve and determination. They were in this together. Ethan, we've integrated the Asliel's energy manipulation techniques into our defense grid, Dr. Carter reported, her voice crackling through his earpiece. It's boosting our shields, but we need to act fast. The Dargax won't let up. Understood, Amelia? Ethan replied, his tone resolute. Keep me updated on any changes. The sky was ablaze with the glow of incoming missiles and the bright flashes of defensive fire. The ground crew worked tirelessly, coordinating their efforts to repel the relentless assault. Ethan moved from position to position, offering support and encouragement. We need to hit their lead ship, Ethan called out to the nearest gunners. It's the key to their formation. If we take it down, we can disrupt their attack. The Asliel projected a series of images into Ethan's mind, diagrams of the Dargax ship structure, highlighting vulnerabilities. Ethan relayed the information to the gunners, his voice steady despite the turmoil around them. Focus your fire on these coordinates, he instructed, pointing to the diagrams. That's where we can do the most damage. Explosions erupted in the sky as the gunners adjusted their aim, targeting the lead ship with precision. The Dargax responded with increased ferocity, their attacks growing more desperate as their command ship took heavy fire. Ethan, The Asleal says we're close. Dr. Carter's voice broke through the noise. One more coordinated strike should do it. Let's make it count, Ethan muttered, locking eyes with the Asleal. We're almost there. He relayed the final coordinates to the gunners, watching as they adjusted their targeting systems. The tension was palpable, every second stretching into an eternity. The base's shields flickered under the strain, but they held, bolstered by the Asleal's energy manipulation. Fire! Ethan commanded, his voice cutting through the clamor. A barrage of missiles launched from the base, streaking towards the lead Dargax ship. Time seemed to stand still as they closed in on their target. Then, in a blinding flash, the ship exploded, a massive fireball lighting up the sky. Cheers erupted from the ground crew as the remaining Dargax ships faltered, their formation collapsing. Ethan felt a surge of relief and triumph, the Asleal's emotions echoing his own. We did it, Dr. Carter said, her voice filled with awe. We actually did it. Commander Rhodes approached Ethan, his stern demeanor softened by a rare smile. You took a big risk, McAllister, but it paid off. Well done. Ethan nodded, the weight of the battle still heavy on his shoulders. Thank you, sir. But this isn't over. The Dargax will regroup. We need to be ready. As the crew began to assess the damage and make repairs, Ethan took a moment to catch his breath. The Asleal stood close by, its eyes reflecting a mixture of gratitude and determination. They had formed an unbreakable bond, a partnership that had saved them all. The acrid scent of burning metal and ozone filled the air as dawn broke over the battle-scarred landscape. Ethan McAllister stood at the forefront of the base, surveying the damage and the weary but victorious crew. The Asleal, now a symbol of their unity, stayed close by, its eyes reflecting the early morning light. Ethan, we've got reports of Dargax activity regrouping beyond the ridge, Dr. Amelia Carter reported, her voice tinged with urgency. They're not done yet. Ethan nodded, his jaw set in determination. We need to fortify our position and prepare for their next move. We've come too far to let them overrun us now. Commander Rhodes joined them, his expression grave but resolute. What's our strategy, McAllister? We need to finish this once and for all. Ethan glanced at the Asleal, feeling its silent strength bolstering his resolve. We use everything we've learned. The Asleal's knowledge of energy manipulation, our enhanced defenses, and our unyielding spirit. We hit them hard and fast before they can fully regroup. The base buzzed with renewed activity as preparations intensified. Engineers reinforced the energy shields, soldiers readied their weapons, and Dr. Carter's team worked closely with the Asleal to integrate its advanced techniques into their systems. The sun climbed higher, casting a harsh light on the approaching Dargax ships. The ground rumbled with their ominous advance, and the tension in the air was palpable. Positions, everyone, Ethan commanded, his voice carrying across the base. This is our moment. We stand together or we fall. As the Dargax ships drew closer, the Asleal projected a complex series of images into Ethan's mind: strategic points of attack, vulnerabilities in the enemy fleet, and the optimal use of their enhanced defenses. Ethan relayed the information with precision, his confidence unwavering. The first wave of Dargax missiles streaked toward the base, but this time, the energy shields absorbed the impact with remarkable efficiency. The ground crew launched a counteroffensive, targeting the weak points the Asleal had identified. Explosions lit up the sky as the coordinated strikes hit their marks. The Dargax ships wavered, their formation breaking under the relentless assault. Ethan felt a surge of hope. This plan was working. Keep the pressure on, Ethan shouted, moving to support the gunners. We're turning the tide. The Asleal's telepathic guidance became more intense, its focus merging seamlessly with Ethan's. Together, they directed the base's defenses with unmatched precision. Each strike was calculated, each move a step closer to victory. Suddenly, a massive Dargax warship emerged from the rear, its weapons glowing ominously. Ethan knew this was their final push. We need to take that ship down or we're finished, he called out, urgency threading his voice. Commander Rhodes coordinated the ground forces, his leadership inspiring a fierce determination. All units, focus fire on the warship. This is our last stand. The base's defenses concentrated their firepower, the combined energy of human and Asliel technology creating a formidable barrage. The Dargak's warship's shields flickered and failed under the relentless onslaught. A final, deafening explosion signaled the end of the warship as it disintegrated in a spectacular display of fire and debris. The remaining Dargak's forces scattered, retreating in disarray. Cheers erupted from the base, a victorious cry of relief and triumph. Ethan felt the Asliel's gratitude and pride intertwining with his own emotions. Commander Rhodes approached, his expression a rare mix of admiration and respect. "You did it, McAllister. We all did." Ethan nodded, his gaze sweeping over the battered but resolute crew. This was a team effort. We couldn't have done it without the Asliel and everyone's unwavering determination. Dr. Carter joined them, her face alight with excitement. "Ethan, the Asliel's knowledge can help us rebuild and advance in ways we never imagined. This is just the beginning." Ethan smiled, feeling a profound sense of accomplishment. "Then let's get started. Together, we'll create a future where humanity and the Asliel thrive side by side."